Yo, it's me, Doncho, and welcome back to the Hideout. I'm sorry, you guys, that I did not do a chapter 108 individual video, but if you caught me on Twitter, I did talk about how I wanted to do a 108 and a 109 together because I did feel like they were going to be two chapters that would be really cool to cover back to back, and I was right about that. So yeah, follow me on Twitter at Doncho Hideout. It's right there. There you go. I'm gonna do it twice. See, it's gonna pop up twice. One more time. Doncho Hideout. And then yeah, follow me on Twitter and keep up with me because I do a lot of like Jujutsu Kaisen talk on there. I do a lot of funny stuff on there talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. So yeah, try it out. And some of you already follow me on Twitter, you follow me here. I appreciate you guys for, checking out the YouTube. But anyway, like I was saying, doing a chapter 108 and a chapter 109 together is something that I really wanted to do. I thought it'd be something like exciting to cover the two chapters back to back, and I was right. So I'm really excited to talk about what we got in these two chapters. But as you guys know, intro. Okay. So, of course, we're going to start at chapter 109. Chapter 109 was, I forgot the name of the chapter, but we're going to go ahead and pop right there with the chapter cover. And so, basically, what it was is Dagon versus Maki, Naruto, and Nanami. And so, the thing about that interaction, which is quite hilarious, is that Nanami is telling Maki that since she doesn't have cursed energy, that she can't, like, she just needs to just, anytime you feel like you're about to get hit, just attack. Like, you need to just, like, as soon as you feel one of them things, get them bitches off. Like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? You have no cursed energy, that's all you can do. And in the midst of that, he gets gobbled the fuck up. Like, it wasn't shit. Like, ting, 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 done. You get what I'm saying? That was, like, crazy. Like, I didn't see that coming at all. Like, that was, like, wow. But what I want to just highlight that we have to talk about is Dagon's ability specifically, and how it's like, we know he's an octopus, and so it's like the sea thing or whatever, and he's the, not octopus, he's like a fish, and he fucks with fish. So he's sending these fucking fish at these motherfuckers, and they're instant hits, and they're like, it's guaranteed hits, okay? And they're not going to exist until they hit them, right? Like, they're going to hit them, okay? That is Hunter x Hunter. That is literally Killua versus the Ortho siblings. I just like that, love it. Just absolutely love the fucking homage. Like, if Gege didn't do that on purpose, fucking love the coincidence. But I'm pretty sure that was something that probably was in the back of Gege's mind. That's awesome. I love that. That's all. Exciting. It's just, I love Hunter x Hunter, and I just love that Akutami is taking that time and is doing like those little homage things, and like even showing that little praise to, I feel like Togashi doesn't even get, just because of even what he's done for Jump and what he still does in Jump, even though he's not, consistently there, but that's a whole other conversation for another time. But yeah, it was just an amazing ability. And then even Nobito's falling petals ability, it's just like fucking Whirlwind. It's not exactly like Whirlwind, but similar to Whirlwind, and like how Godspeed is with the instinct and like, the counter and shit like that. It's just nice homages like that I really love seeing. It was really cool. But then Nobito got fucking slapped, and then how he talks about how the fish coming at him and like they're swarming him, and then like they're not slowing down. So I'm wondering if him saying they're not slowing down was also part of Falling Petals, where they're supposed to slow down also for him, or because they're coming at him and they're just not. But yo, that's weird. I wonder if that's what was going on with that. And he said he said something about the Shikigami spells being powered by something, and they was blocking his view, then he got snapped. Pew, and then he got ate up. That shit was hard. I love Dagon. Dagon is so fucking raw. And he put up on Maki, said, "You're the weakest," kicked her ass, and then just sent her, and she's like, "If I'm the weakest, then you need to take me out in one hit." Like, I just love that. Like, Dagon is really just like flexing his ability and his powers within this within his domain. And then he specifically says that he gets 70% power to the mustache, Nobito, and then he gets 30% to the suit, Nanami. And he just feels like, Maki, he could just, just wash really quickly, not much problem, but clearly not. And then you have the GOAT himself arrive in the usual fashion of who the GOAT is. Megumi is so, and I think what it is about Megumi that really grits me to Megumi's character is that he's very selfless, but then also very selfish at the same time. And when I say that in the terms of like Megumi, like with Yuji, he's that was selfless of him to a degree, to want to keep him alive because that's Yuji's life. But then he's also kind of being selfish, where he's like, I want to be different than what's around me, and I want to be different than what's known, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And so like I think that dynamic within his character has always been something so interesting to me. And in Origin Obedience, it definitely, when he has that, they show that flashback with Gojo where he tells him like, you keep like thinking like, if I die for the cause, then that's everything's okay. And he's like, not really. Like, when you could think bigger than that and not die in these circumstances, you could think bigger than that and achieve more. And I think that type of mentality is why I gripped the Megumi, because I feel like now that he's starting to think bigger and he's starting to think more, he's definitely heading toward that path of being one of the strongest sorcerers I think we're going to see in Jujutsu Kaisen by the end of the series, for sure. I mean, and so like as we're talking about the chapter, as he does, he slides in domain expansion, Chimera Shadow Garden. I love that name too, like Chimera Shadow Garden. Such a beautiful name. Like, it's so, the word garden and then Chimera Shadow, like just the three words, it just goes so well together. I can't even phrase how much I love just the naming of the domain expansion, and just how like fluid it just feels when it comes off of him, and what his ability is and who he is, and just the thematic behind it. And then now he's coming in and he slides his shadow under the water and passes Union, the playful cloud, or roaming if you one of those people. Playful cloud to Maki, and she's like, you're such a cocky brat. And it's so funny that she says that to him, because like, is he cocky, like, for real? Like, is that what it is? Like, is that really what you think? Is that what you see? I don't really see that, but I could see that, how he comes off that way. I remember didn't Yuji say that to him? Like, when they first met, he said something like, he said, why are you so like pretentious? Like, why are you so stuck up? Like, I think it was like chapter 1, he said that to him right after they helped him kill that curse in the top of the building. I'm pretty sure he said that. So I find that pretty funny, that I think people see, I think if you don't know Megumi as well as somebody like Gojo, I think you may see Megumi's actions and what he does is pretentious. And I find that very interesting. I find that very interesting. I think now even like Nobara and Yuji, I don't even think they see that. I don't think Yuji even sees that anymore. Like, I don't think he sees pretentiousness out of Megumi anymore. I think now that he knows who Megumi is, I think like he sees now what Megumi actually believes in, what Megumi stands for. And I find I love that dynamic, that we're really getting that from these characters, and that we're really getting these type of true, genuine connections just from these subtle and nuanced moments throughout the story. I know people love trying to make fun of people who try to like harp and like boost up nuance and those type of moments and say, oh, pseudo intelligence and things of that nature. But when you really look at how Gege Akutami really is making it such a subtle yet subtle but still direct, because it's so like underlying, but the wording is very direct if you're paying attention. If you're actually like paying attention for these things, it's actually very much at you. But if you're not really thinking of that and you're just thinking major plot and you're wondering what's next, you're not really thinking like that. And I think I really love that about Jujutsu Kaisen, where I can go back now that it is 109 chapters in, and I can go reread, which I think I'm about to do again. And and I'm just like, oh, okay, I caught something else about these characters that I love, And so then when we get into chapter 109, that is where I think the whole turn of this arc is about to go different. Because I think the presence that now has appeared in chapter 109 is a game changer in the world of Jujutsu itself. So when we begin chapter 109, first and foremost, Megumi doing the Shadow Garden and using the tornado at the top like that, so fucking cool. Didn't even think in my mind of him doing that I'm trying to think, like a typhoon where he's like he's in the air on top like that, on top of the water. And like, you know, but what's cool is if you noticed, he's sending the toads out, right? So later in the chapter, you see that they're traversing on the toads. Even when Nanami, when he saves him, when Dagon goes, oh, the boy is my no-hit strike isn't there anymore because he's getting attacked by Maki. He realizes, oh, my no-hit strike isn't there anymore. He's like, oh, because the boy, he's using his domain expansion, fighting mine, and so now my attack is gone. I need to get him out the way, or, you know what I'm saying, figure that so I can, like, you know, keep doing my thing. So he says easy and sends out his little eels, which look so fucking cool. That shit was so awesome how he did that. He just pulled out them fucking eels and say, and like just sent that Megumi. And then you see, you don't even see Nanami, bro. All Akutami gives you is the panel, that little panel, and the three toads. And it's just tink, tink, tink. And then Nanami cut. And he's like, Nanami. It's so cool how, like, you gotta, like, really pay attention. Like, I'm thinking, because at first when I seen the toads coming out, I'm thinking they're like, I'm wondering, like, what are the toads, what are they doing? You know, like, what are they there for? Like, what is he sending these toads out to do? Like, because remember, we were seeing these toads when he originally did the garden, when it was partial. And they were jumping out and about, and they weren't really, like, you know, doing much. They weren't really doing much. So I was wondering, I was like, what is he do? What are the toads going to do now that he's like flying them out? And they're fucking being used because they're toads and they can sit in water to sit there while he's jumping. Like, that's so fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? It's a really cool, like, I really just love how simplistic yet so crucial and so necessary to their survival that Megumi doing that was. And he's doing so many of these things at once to save 3 people. All people who are his seniors. All 3 are his seniors, and he's coming in and saving them. I don't think people are like grasping just how like amazing that is in terms of a student's growth and his mental growth when he tells Nanami, the curse thinks that I'm trying to clash with his, but in reality, I'm trying to open a hole so we can get through. He's not Gojo, which is an amazing statement. The fact that Akutami still is giving us Gojo feats while Gojo is locked away. So if you're a Gojo stan, you're getting feats. Fuck it, you might not really see him, but you saw his childhood not too long ago, but you might not really see him, but you're getting his feats. He said he's not Gojo. He probably can't do it more than once in a day. So if we jump the fuck up out this bitch, we can win this. You get what I'm saying? And this is after we already get the Nanami dialogue where he's like, if this keeps up and us fighting, we could probably win this. But that's if this keeps up. Megumi's at his limit trying to do this domain. But that's when Megumi lets him know, bro, I'm not even trying to clash with this nigga. We trying to get out. Like, I'm trying to get out. Like, we trying to go. We trying to dip. You know what I'm saying? We booking. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's we retreat. And so before we even get to the match on the retreat, when we get into Maki run up on the guy and smacking him and just taking his wrist, and then some people was like people saying Yunyun doesn't have a attribute, like doesn't have like a actually ability to it. I think it has like some type of knockback because like I think Richie pointed that out because whenever I see like it's like that hit from Yunyun, it always looks like the same like that same type of splatter. In the art style, it's the same type of when she used it against Hanami in Goodwill, and when she used it against Dagon when she just first smacked them. It's that like hit back. I think it is some type of knockback. I don't think there is an attribute. I think it's a knockback of some sort. But that was such a fluid movement, and then Nabito coming from out of nowhere like they hit that swinging and the gun like ducks down. He's like, whoa, the old man too. Like what the like he's being surprised that people are surviving. And then we get to Nobito 71 years old, and you're sitting here like Nobito 71 because in my head I'm like, okay, so I knew he wasn't in his prime. I knew that he's an old man. I knew he wasn't in his prime, but 71. He don't look like he's 71. So he definitely on some Netero beat type shit. He definitely on some Netero wave type shit. So it's really impressive to see that he's still doing what he's doing. He gets his arm taken. He's like, yo, you did all of that for a 71-year-old arm. It's still a price to pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like the Dagon shot the two eels at them, and then Nobito just said ching and just crashed that shit, bro. It was such a cool, like, Akutami does a really good job with action. Does a really good job of making you love the characters and understand the characters' depth and understanding like just how raw the characters are. And then so finally, when we really get to them needing to retreat, I love it because it's so hunter-esque. And I know people probably hate me saying it over and over again. You're gonna hear me say it over and over again. I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again. But the way Nanami looks at them and goes, assemble. And you get that narration where it's like, when dealing with an opponent that can understand human speech, like you really gotta if you just put your mind, you think of the Hunter x Hunter narrator, RIP, and you just really just think about those lines, and in his voice, you can just feel the suspense. Like when you're dealing with an opponent that can understand human speech, Yanami had to go the roundabout way, so they didn't know what they were doing. Because the Megumi was already fooling him. So he just said a symbol. They heard a symbol, and because of their natural attuneness of being sorcerers, attuneness of survival and instinct, Maki and Nobito were like, survival, and they trusted him. They looked and they dipped. Once again, showing hopping on the frogs, trying to get over. And then the Dagon's like, they're running from me? Oh, they're probably trying to protect the boy so he can do the thing, but that makes it easier for me to, and then the boom, black, like it hits him. No. And he flashes, and then Nami's like, he realizes it's already too late. Everybody, in. And they're all about to jump in. Man. And it's like, with Toji, it's like when Akutami, with the level of wanting you to understand that the characters that interact that are so similar in so many ways, it's not a coincidence. Like Toji and Gojo having that box, and Toji being who he is, and then Megumi being who he is, and then Gojo raising him, and bringing him up and stuff like that. Like all of these connections and dynamics going back to the parallels. And when you look at how Akutami has Toji upside down, the opposite way where Gojo was when his moment was, and then Sukuna was sitting down like this in the middle. Wait a minute. That's a concept. Sukuna was sitting in the middle straight up. Gojo was high up in the air, high as hell. And Toji upside down. Coming out hey, that's perspective. But it's kind of like, it's really awesome, just seeing how Akutami likes to stay true to those type of things. And I don't know what the fuck is about to happen in chapter 110. Damn, chapter 110, y'all. We made it, man. We made it. Congratulations, Akutami. Excited for the anime in October. Chapter 110, volume 11, on the way to 12. No slowing down anytime soon, it looks like. First big arc of Jujutsu Kaisen, and that it doesn't even seem like it'll be the only. Man. I'm excited. I'm excited. I don't know what Toji's about to do, y'all. I'm trying to think. I think he might help, but not on no genuine. Ooh, excuse me. Look at that sleeve. Yep. Excuse me. But I don't think on no genuine I'm here. I got you guys. Nah. I think he gonna come. They gonna take out Dagon because he can't come and be their enemy, bro. Everybody's excuse me. Everybody's dead, bro. If he does that, probably except Megumi. Maybe Maki will survive. I can see him killing Nobito and fucking Nanami, bro. Wait. Am I asleep on Nobito? we could be sleep on Naruto. I mean, cause we could be sleep on Naruto. It depends. It depends. It depends. Yeah, I think it depends. I mean, without this arm though, it might be a whole different ballgame. Never mind, I forgot this arm go. I mean, nah. I mean, still, who knows? We'll see. We gotta just. I hate the fact that we just gotta see. I have no predictions. I think Megumi is going to have a. I think this is a Megumi moment for sure. I think this is a Megumi's about to have a moment. This is a Megumi moment. I think this is one of those things where I think Megumi is gonna like. This is like another huge, major turning point of who he is, and I hope Toji is like an ally. Like, I hope Toji comes in and is like, okay, I can help you niggas get Gojo back because I want this rematch. That'd be hard. I would love that. I want this rematch. Let's get this man open. Then I want you with me. We gonna fuck up these Zenin. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't mind that. But it may be entirely in his benefit to let that man Gojo survive because I don't think he could kill Gojo now because even if Toji's back, I don't think Toji has the ability. Because after taking that L from Toji, I think Gojo's now mindset is way different. That's why he's always said he's been way more worried about a motherfucker's like physical attacks breaking than like somebody's curse energy shit. Like he's way worried about somebody's physical attacks breaking through his shit. So, you know, that's really all I got, y'all. He could kidnap Megumi. Megumi, he could tell Maki pull up. He could kill Naruto and he could try to convince Maki to fully break free of the Zenin curse. You know, like it is so much like. And then the reason why I don't think, part of me feels like maybe he's not an enemy is because of the wording of bear witness. They will bear witness to. So that makes me think like, you know, they're not going to be victims of. They're going to bear witness. But I guess you could use that either way, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, you guys, that's all I really have for chapters 108, 109 Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm so excited for 110. Like I said before, if you guys are just now getting to this and you guys don't follow me on Twitter, which would be, I'm pretty sure most of you who watch this already do. Follow me at Dancho Hideout. Once again, it's right there. It's gonna pop up. And thank you so much for tuning into this. I appreciate you guys, everybody who's tuning in. I appreciate everybody subbing, everybody who gets excited when they see these pop up, everybody who asks me on Twitter. Please add me on Twitter, ask me questions, talk to me, DM me, hit me up. I love talking about Jujutsu Kaisen with you guys. I love doing that type of stuff. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I go to work, you know what I'm saying, and I do my thing and I Jujutsu Kaisen. You know, that's what it is. So you guys let me know. Once again, it's me, Dancho, here at Dancho's Hideout. And I'm glad you guys can make it. And please be safe.